Okay. The men and other living entities within this cosmic manifestation are controlled by the three modes of nature. For the living entities controlled by the base qualities of nature, passion and ignorance, there is no possibility of understanding God. Even those in the mode of goodness, like the many demigods and great rishis described in these verses, the Lord personally says that no one can understand him but the bhaktas, who are transcendental to all material qualities. Bhaktyamam api janati. As stated by Bhishma Dev to Maharaj Yudhishthir in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 1.9.16, Nahi asya karhichit rajan puman veda vidhitsitam yad vijñāsya yukta muhyanti kavayopihi. O king, no one can know the plan of the Lord, Sri Krishna, even though great philosophers inquire exhaustively. They are bewildered. No one, therefore, can understand God by speculative knowledge. Indeed, by speculation, one will be bewildered. Muhyanti. This is also confirmed by the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita 7.3. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatamapi siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattvataha. Among many thousands of men, one may endeavor for perfection. And even among the siddhas, those who have already become perfect, only one who adopts the process of bhakti, devotional service, can understand Krishna. So, see, we continue reading here. The Yamaraj, the Yamadutas come back to Yamaraj and they are expressing their feeling. We were thinking you are the supreme, you are the controller, but it seems like there is another controller there, and which we have a mission. We went there to arrest Ajamil, but the four personalities came and then they somehow they just defeated us actually. So what is the story? Like they are just checking with Yamaraj, because they are the obedient servants of Yamaraj. So they are just clarifying, because this is the way. Because when there is some activity there, Prabhupada says that, because whenever there is some contradiction, there is some apparent discrepancy or something, we have to approach the authority, approach the spiritual master, and then question. Like even Arjuna asked also. Arjuna asked in Bhagavad, where did Arjuna ask? Arjuna had some clarification. He asked here. Anyone remember? Arjuna asked also one place. Where? Okay. No. I think here only. they are busy. Where Arjuna asked, there is one place Arjuna asked, I have some clarification. Anyone remember? Vivaswan, yeah. Both you and see, that's why he says, when Krishna is saying that, so the Arjuna naturally, it's not like, yes sir. No, not like that. He asks questions also. Prabhupada encourages. Actually, there is only one place in the spiritual society, one place where the question answer is encouraged is here in International Society for Krishna. Most of the other places you go, just the lecture will finish and then you also get up and you go. Correct? We're not proud or anything, but I'm just saying, this one place, Srila Prabhupada said, it is like a question and answers. The whole Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is question and answer. Whole Bhagavad Gita is question and answers. So why not in our life also? We have to have question. Yes, there will be a question and there will be an answer. So, thank you, Prabhu. Bahuni me vetitani janmani tavasarjuna taniham sarva vetani natvam veta parantapa. So he said, you and have taken similar birth, and it's like a cousin only. So now how do I understand? So this is, he's asking, how do I understand? He's not saying Krishna is bluffing. See, there is a way of asking question also. If you ask question in a challenging way, you may not get anything actually. You may just, your false ego will be this thing, but you may not. So the question answer also, and the how asking, how am I to understand this? He's not doubting Krishna. How I have to understand. There is some difficulty in my understanding. How do I understand this? Then Krishna explained, both you and I have taken birth, and I remember everything, but you do not remember. So here also, the Yamadutas asking Yamaraj, so we were thinking all the like this only. Now we have been defeated. And then here Yamaraj prayers are coming. See, it's wonderful how these great personalities like Yamaraj, Brahma, Lord Shiva, all these great personalities, how they express their feeling. So this is by sometimes when we think like we are the controller, we are the everything, and then we should care to read a little bit of the prayers from Brahma's prayers in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, or even Indra's prayer. All these great personalities, when they pray, they understand, like, yes. And Brahmaji says, as far as I am concerned, I have not even started understanding you. So it's like a Brahma's position. What can we talk of? Brahma is already in the sattva situation. He is not affected by ignorance or passion or anything. He is in the sattva, and that stage also, he is not able to understand Krishna. Yeah, 4 brains, so many brains actually. Yeah? He's not able to understand. So Srila Prabhupada starts the purport. The men and other living entities within this cosmic manifestation are controlled by the 3 modes of nature. Wherein Krishna says that we are controlled by the 3 modes of nature in Bhagavad Gita. One place he says, not many places, but one place I remember. Yes, Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva ye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tharantite. Krishna, yeah? No, it is not 9, this is 7.9 or something. Yeah. Devi Hesha Gunamayi. Gunamayi. The Gunamayi is 3 gunas are there. And Krishna gives the problem and Krishna gives the solution also. So it's not like the managers, they don't want all the problems. 7:14. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 7:14. Yeah, maybe it's coming later. So Krishna, yes, this is Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratya. That is a problem. Mamevaya prapadyante maya metam taranti. The solution. So it's like he says 3 modes of material nature. It is very, very difficult to overcome. Maya metam taranti. How can you overcome that? We can overcome that by just mamevaya prapadyante. By surrendering to Krishna, then we will be able to overcome that. So Srila Prabhupada says, for the living entities controlled by the base qualities of nature, passion and ignorance, there is no possibility of understanding God. It's very difficult actually. Very, very difficult. So even those in the mode of goodness, like the many demigods and great rishis described in these verses, cannot understand the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All these, they are not ordinary people. Yamaraj, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, they are not like some ordinary people. They are great personalities. Lord has given them the power for administering. So they are not able to understand. So it says in Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, in the 10th chapter, in the Vibhuti Yoga, it says, Name vidu suragana prabhavas maharshyaha aham adir hi devanam maharshinam cha sarvashaha. Neither the host of the demigods nor the great sages know my origin or opulence, for in every respect I am the source of the demigods and the sages. In the Vibhuti Yoga, starting in the Vibhuti only, Name Vidu, they don't know because they are Suragana. Devas also don't know and Asuras also don't know. This is the situation. And what can we do? We are sitting in the material world, we are speculating this or that. We can't get anywhere. And even those in the mode of goodness, like many demigods, they are most of the time they are in the mode of goodness. Sometimes they do make mistakes, like Brahmaji, he also got bewildered actually. Indra, he also got bewildered. So many, we have in the whole pastime where the great personality, they also get bewildered. So it is, we should not think, Brahma became like that. No, because they are bewildered only a short while. We are all the time bewildered. Only sometime we are a little bit away from. Because one person asked Prabhupada, one devotee asked Prabhupada, when we are... when I am in Maya, we are Prabhupada said, we are always in Maya only few times, only few minutes only we are away from Maya. So, but these demigods, they are also great personalities. They are most of the time they remember the constitutional position. Sorry, bro. Sorry? Yeah. Sometimes they ask question, Srila Prabhupada immediately cut him off and saying that, no, like, we are already always in Maya only. Yeah. Yes, thanks for that. Yeah. So for them it is difficult. What to talk of us? And then it says, Prabhupada says, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, one who is situated in the devotional service of the Lord is transcendental to all material qualities. Srila Prabhupada has put a lot of quiz in this purport actually. Where Krishna says, what is it? I'll repeat this. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, one who is situated in devotional service of the Lord is transcendental to all material qualities. 14th chapter, yeah. Mam chayo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samati tyaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So this is like a mam chayo avyabhicharena, without any interruption, without any motivation. Then when you engage in devotional service, then that mam chayo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samati tyaitan. That person will be able to overcome these modes of material nature. And Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, therefore, the Lord personally says that no one can understand him but the bhaktas. This is the special facility or special privilege given to the bhakta, the devotee. He will be able to understand Krishna. Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala. Krishna is not called Jnana Vatsala, not Yogi Vatsala. You don't read anywhere. No? In the Krishna is Yogi Vatsala. Krishna is not. No, Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala because the Bhakta, he has a very special relationship with him. He wants to render devotional service. In the other, when you do Karma Yoga or when you do develop Jnana, there is not much of, okay, there is a little bit of thing is there, but not much of devotional service or anything. But no love, no reciprocation. But here in Bhakti, it's so much love and affection there. So that is why Krishna says that because the Bhakta has a special privilege of understanding him. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. If you look for wherever Krishna refers to Bhakti, almost of the time, Bhakti upahritam, everywhere now you just say, each chapter by chapter you go, there will be so much references to Bhakti that goes to say Bhakti only can capture Krishna. This Damodar Leela, we all celebrated Damodar Leela because what? Mother Yashoda was not a jnani, Mother Yashoda was not a yogi, but she could capture. She could do that, but nobody else could do that actually. So these are all the points Srila Prabhupada brings here. And also, and here as stated by Bhishma Dev to Maharaj Yudhishthir, there is a nice quotation. Bhishma Dev is like, he is very, very affectionate to the Pandavas. And he knows the position of Krishna also. But Krishna is he always with him, but still the Pandavas are going through so much difficulty. He is kind of bewildered. Even Bhishma Dev is also bewildered actually. He is bewildered. How come? Because Krishna is always there, always with them, but still the Pandavas are going through. So that's when in that context he is saying, O king, no one can know the plan of Lord Sri Krishna. Even though great philosophers inquire exhaustively, they are bewildered. They are bewildered actually. Muhyanti yat suraya. So they are bewildered actually. Because they are not able to understand. So Srila Prabhupada, in one of the purports I was reading, that sloka of, it is not possible for the Brahman realist, impersonalist or the Paramatma realist yogi to understand Krishna. And where Prabhupada says, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the son of Mother Yasoda or the charioteer of Arjuna. Even the great demigods sometimes confused about Krishna. Muhyanti yat suryaha. Mam tu vedana kaschana. No one knows me as I am. And if one does know him, then sa Mahatma sudurlabha. Such a great soul is very, very rare. Therefore, unless one practices devotional service to the Lord, one cannot know Krishna as he is, tattvataha. Even though one is a great scholar or philosopher, only the pure devotees can know something of the inconceivable transcendental qualities in Krishna. So that is, and this process is a process of revelation. It's not like, oh, I have read this Bhagavad Gita back to front, now I have, no, we can't put some, this thing, yes, this is, by do this, immediately I will get, no. Krishna has to reveal actually. Ata Sri Krishna Namadi. Na bhaved grahyam indriya. Our senses are blunt material senses. We may not be able to understand Krishna. But if Krishna reveals, Krishna sees, this fellow is struggling in the material world, he is praying, crying, okay, let me reveal little bit to him. Then Krishna, because of the revelation, we are able to understand Krishna. Not that by just our own knowledge, okay, knowledge will help. There is no doubt about that. Knowledge will help how to cry actually, how to pray. The knowledge can help that. But with this, ultimately we depend on Krishna. When Krishna is pleased, Atak Sri Krishna Namadi Nabhavet Grahyam Inde Sevan Mukhi Jivado Swayam Eva Spuratyada. He comes himself, he manifests. Like the pastime of Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Maharaj, the one Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University, want to ask some questions, some philosophical questions from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj said, now some of the people, they are helping in the doing some seva. So you just help little bit and then come. So he went and did all the help, whatever help they needed, maybe in the paraphernalia or whatever help they did. And then when Maharaj asked this question, what is your question? My questions are already answered. Your questions are already, he didn't even open the mouth. He didn't even say what was the question to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. Already your questions are answered. How? How did the question got answered? Because he was performing some seva. The humility, by humility, he was rendering some service. So Krishna automatically revealed. Krishna is giving the knowledge. Krishna is giving the forgetfulness. Krishna gives the remembrance. So Krishna gave the knowledge also. So automatically, this is the trick. The trick is you just engage in little bit of devotional service, then automatically all the ruchi, everything will start. So that basic thing starts with some service. Hearing is also service. Now half an hour we are going to Prasad Seva. That is also service. Don't think that only all these big sloka and that is service. Cleaning that temple is service also. And doing this Prasad Seva is service. So this service, chanting is also service. Like this is the only way to attract Krishna's attention. Nothing else can attract him. He has everything. He has everything, all the power, all the opulence, you can't just attract Krishna. By your love, by your affection, by your, then Krishna becomes captivated. So Srila Prabhupada says here, and Bhishma Dev says here, no one can know the plan of the Lord. No one can know. I may think, from my point of view, I may be thinking like that, but Krishna has a different plan. So that is why it is prudent to leave what Krishna's plan, leave it like that only. Instead of poking Krishna has a plan for all of us. There is the Christmas time, the churches, they have they put nice words. Like one church I saw this. Lord has a plan for you. Do you have Lord in your plan? Like it's like something like that. You have because Lord has a plan for all of you. But do you have Lord in your plan? Because sometimes we have our own plan, but the Lord is missing in that plan. Like it's like an Indian politician. I want Rama Rajya, but there is no Ram. Without Ram, how can you have Rama Rajya? So same way, Lord has a plan for everyone. Each and everyone has a plan because the Lord has given. He is our seed-giving Father. And He is not going to leave us high and dry, want to struggle in the material world. He has a plan for each and every living entity. It is His responsibility. He feels for that. Otherwise, why He should send the spiritual master? Why He should personally come here? Why He should do that? Because He has a compassion. Compassion is there. So, but what we have to do is we have to put ourselves in that plan. Yes, Lord, you have a plan. I just want to be incorporated in that plan. We have to be incorporated into the plan. Then our life will be successful. If I have a separate plan, Krishna has one plan, I have a separate plan, that plan will not work actually. If your plan is aligned with Krishna's plan, then there is a good chance, like it will work in that direction. And there is a it says in the 10th chapter itself, another sloka also, Krishna says, "Oh Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, oh Lord, can understand your personality." So this is and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam gives so much importance of Brahmaji's prayers, very, very important for us, like Brahmaji's prayer, Lord Shiva's prayer. Because these prayers, instead of us making our own prayers, we have to pray like that. Prabhupada says, all the great personalities' prayers, we can just repeat that. That is sufficient. We don't have to make big, big prayers. See, one of the nice prayers given by Brahmaji is it's in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, 10th canto, 14th chapter, text number 29. Athapiteva deva pathambujadvaya prasada lesanugrahita evahi jhanati tattvam bhavan mahimno nachanya ekopi chiran vichinvam. My Lord, if one is favored by even slight trace of mercy of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. This is my Lord, if one is favored by even a slight trace of the mercy, you don't need tons and tons of mercy. Even light trace of your mercy of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. But those who speculate to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead are unable to know you, even though they continue to study the Vedas for many years. It's very, very important for us. Because the Yagic Brahmanas, they did everything wonderfully. Big yagya, big homa, big sacrifice. Finally forgot only one thing. To whom we are doing all of that. That is the main thing. That you do all of this very wonderfully, but you forgot you are doing all these things to please Krishna. They had so much knowledge, so much austerity, so much everything, but they forgot one thing. Important thing they forgot. But this Brahmana, the wives of the Brahmanis, they are not educated, they are not well versed in the Shastra, no Vedas, no Purana, nothing, but they knew one thing. One essential thing, no, everything is for the service of the Lord. They understood that. So what happened? What is the result? What they could not achieve by studying the Vedas, studying the Shastra, all these things, these Brahmanis, they just achieved by just simple loving devotion, they achieved them. So it is a lesson for us also. Yeah, we may be engaged in big detailed study, detailed this, everything detailed, but the bottom line, the underlying thing is we have to develop a little bit of attraction to Krishna. If you don't do that, srama evaihi kevalam. That's it. Dharma swanustita pumsam vishvakshena katasuya na utpadayate yadiratim srama evaihi kevalam. I may do everything wonderfully, I may do everything pakka, everything perfect. That's good. No, we are not saying that do floppy thing, but do it nicely, but it has to develop little bit of attraction, little bit of affection towards the Supreme Lord. If you cannot develop that, then you have to ask yourself, why are you doing this? What is the purpose of doing this? If we can, at least there should be some love, some affection, some attraction towards the Supreme Lord has to come. Otherwise, shrama evahi, because it's a useless labor only. We don't want to do that. That's why this Brahmaji's prayer is very, very important for us. And that is why here Yamaraj is giving all these things, the instructions are going to come. How we are one of the administrative heads, that's it. Krishna is there, and about all these three, Brahmaji, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva, all are there, and above that Krishna is controlling all of them. So this is the way, and he is making it very clear. And also, it says, the Yudhishthira Maharaj, in one place, it says that this is how to understand the truth, how to understand the truth. And Prabhupada quotes this, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also repeats that, Tarka pratishto sutayo vibhinna naso rishir yasya matam na binnam dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam mahajanena yena katassa panta. Mahajanena katassa panta. Says Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, dry arguments are inconclusive. A great personality whose opinion does not differ from others is not considered a great sage. Simply by studying the Vedas, which are variegated, one cannot come to the right path, which religious principles are understood. The solid truth of religious principle is hidden in the heart of an unadulterated, self-realized person. Consequently, as the Shastras confirm, one should accept whatever progressive path Mahajanas advocate. So, Yamaraj is one of the Mahajan. He is going to come, Swayambhu, Sambhuna. This same chapter only it's coming. So, he is Mahajan. Yamaraj is a Mahajan. So, this is what, they have already chalked out the path for all of us. The path is already chalked out. It is up to us how you have to traverse the path. That is the only question. It's not like there is not a big argument or anything. Whether you want to go this way, traverse this path chalked out by the Mahajan, or you want to go to the path leading to the hell. That is only choice is only that only. It's not like a third. There is nothing like third choice. Only two choices are there. Already Mahajans have chalked out everything for you. Whether you want to follow that, well and good, you follow that. I don't want to follow. I will have my own way. You can go in your own way and whatever can happen. So that is why it is very important. All these truths, like Yamaraj is speaking, Lord Shiva is speaking, Lord Brahma is speaking, these, all the Mahajans, they know. They know exactly how the living entity can. That is why Lord Shiva, when the Prachetas showed little bit interest, immediately Lord Shiva came. And when Dhruva Maharaj showed little bit interest, Narada Muni came. This is what the arrangement is. The arrangement, Lord makes the arrangement so that when a living entity shows some inclination, yes, some spark is coming, okay, immediately Lord makes the arrangement. So this is sometimes he personally comes, he sends his representative. Where you look at the situation where in one, the whole of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, whole of Mahabharata, whole of Bhagavad Gita, without the touch of a devotee, nobody has become a devotee. Anyone, if you look at anyone, nobody. Like even Narada Muni also associated with when during the Chaturmasya, associated with the Mahabhagavats. Then only, because everyone has to, because that is why it's very, very important for us, the association of devotees. That is the beginning actually. That is the beginning and that continues ever actually. It's not like even you are in a liberated state, there also association is needed. Contagious also. Whenever Narada Muni goes, Parvata Muni also. Why? Narada Muni is there, Parvata Muni is also an elevated person. They are also association. They go together, like together. This is what the important message for us also. Association is very important because that if you keep the good association, then this type of things will happen. If you go into the other Sangha, then this is like that is why here the Ajamil pastime is Sangha. Because of the Sangha, this thing happened. And because of this meditation on this, whatever that happening, so because of that only Ajamil fell down. But the same Sangha, the Vishnu Duta Sangha, he came in and then automatically everything was cleared for him. Like a few days before, Mokshadhvaram Udahratam. Because when you are associated with the materialistic people, the pathway to hell is open, wide open. But when you associate with sadhus, when you associate with Mahatmas, then the Mokshadhvaram Udahratam. Because then the liberation, the path of liberation is opened for them. And Prabhupada says here in the purport, indeed by speculation one will be bewildered, muhyanti. And this is confirmed by the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin ma veti tattvata. Among many thousands of men, one may endeavor for perfection. And even among the Siddhas, those who have already become perfect, only one who adopts the process of bhakti, devotional service, can understand Krishna. Because many people try. There is nothing wrong. Because they try, and sometimes they get sidetracked also. There is a little bit of detour. Like in case of Ajamil also. Yes, he tried. No offense, this thing. He tried, but there was the material energy is very, very stringent and very, very difficult. So he got bewildered a little bit. But whatever little bit he did, that he didn't lose that credit actually. Krishna gave the intelligence so that when the boy was born, gave the intelligence to name him Narayan. He could have called him something, but Krishna gave the intelligence Narayan. Why? Krishna knows that this fellow, this is the only way to deliver this fellow is just call this fellow son Narayan, so that at the time of death, he will be attached to this son, he will call Narayana. And then he called in a helpless condition. It's not like because Acharyas say, because he called out for Narayana in a helpless mood, then it's not like there is at that stage, there is no distinction between son Narayan, Lord Narayan. Because he is Narayan, the name Narayan is absolute, so the Narayana Dutas, Vishnu Dutas, they came and then they gave the opportunity for Ajamil. So I'll just stop here. If there is any questions or comments. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes, bro.
You mentioned how just by studying the Vedas,
Yes, bro.
one can't know Krishna. But we're told if we don't study the Bhagavad Gita, or if we don't study the Bhagavatam, we won't know Krishna. So what's the difference between studying the Vedas and studying the Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavatam, you know.
Sometimes people ask, like, what? is Bhagavad Gita. Vedanta Sara is Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So now, at this current situation, Kali Yuga, our situation, Manda Sumanda Madaya, we don't have that much time, inclination, all these things to study the whole Vedas. Vedas has so many things. This is the problem. Vedas is not, actually, we are not condemning Veda. Vedas has so many things. Vedas is like a medical shop, everything is there. Sleeping pills are there, blood pressure, sugar, all the tablets are there. But what is suitable for you, you have to understand. So Vedas are there, but Vedas are Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Upasana Kanda, and Vedas are Bhakti also. So all the things on the Vedanta Sara is taken in the form of Bhagavad Gita and the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So that way, if somebody reads Vedas, some people are very proud. I am Vedanti. I am sometimes, especially in India, we will like, I am Chaturvedi, I am Dvivedi, Trivedi. They have this surname also. Nowadays, if you Uttar Pradesh you go, people will have Chaturvedi, Trivedi, Divedi, because they come in the family. Very good. We are happy with that. But if you just study the Vedas without understanding the purpose behind Vedas, that is what is condemned here. It's not, we are not condemning Vedas. Yes, Vedas are also given by Narayana. This is like the Yamadutas are saying, Veda Narayana Sakshat. The Veda Narayana Sakshat. But if you study Vedas not with the intention of getting some association of Krishna, bhakti for Krishna, then the Vedas are not that good. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. The Vedas are talking about these three modes of material nature. We have to rise above them. So that's my understanding. But Mahabharata or Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam is like a Vedanta Sara, because it's like cream only. Everything, because you have to study all the Rig Veda, means all the shakas you have to study. 12 years you have to study. 12 years you have to study only that much, and then if you don't study properly also, then you discontinue, then you don't get the benefit. But if you read even little bit of Bhagavad Gita, even little bit of Bhagavatam, because it's everything is there in one sloka only. All the Sara is there. Everything is put in a capsule form so that you get the benefit. And Vedas are not, this just you chew one tablet, that same way. And Prabhupada even makes more this thing. The first sloka, Krishna says the 18th chapter, surrender to Krishna. In the first chapter only, Krishna says, you surrender to Krishna, first sloka only. Prabhupada is very apprehensive whether this fellow will have the time and inclination to go up to 18th chapter and then finally understand the message of Krishna. First sloka only he will write that. Because he is concerned actually. This fellow is not going to make up to 18th chapter. So every Prabhupada's purports or Prabhupada's things, everything is self-contained. All the message for that is there only. If somebody just got the opportunity to read only one sloka, one purport, then also his life will be successful, because the ultimate message is there. So that way, yes, Vedas, the Vedic Yajnik Brahmanas, yes, the example is Yajnik Brahmanas did everything wonderfully, no problem, but they forgot one thing: we are doing everything for pleasing Krishna. They forgot that. Because if you forget that, like for us also, it's very important. When we read Bhagavad Gita, what is the purpose of reading Bhagavad Gita? Not to become a scholar in Bhagavad Gita and to give some presentation. No, that is, okay, that's all detail. But what is more thing? I have to develop some affection for Krishna. I have to develop some attraction towards the Manmana Bhava Madbhakto, Madhyaji Mam Nama. That is what message of Bhagavad Gita. There is no other message in Bhagavad Gita. Then we have to read Bhagavad Gita and we have to surrender to Krishna. That same, if that can be done, there's no problem. But Vedas, what happens in the name of Vedas, many people study Vedas just for like a Prabhupada say armchair philosophy. They sit there and then days and days they will keep on discussing Mundaka Upanishad, Brihadaranya Upanishad. We also study Mundaka Upanishad. If you read Prabhupada's purports, everywhere, wherever is needed, Prabhupada refers that. In Mundaka Upanishad it says like that. Brihadaranya Upanishad like that. Gopala Uttapani Upanishad. Prabhupada says, so by reading Prabhupada's books, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, we are becoming much more knowledgeable in the Vedas. And not only knowledgeable, we get Krishna Bhakti also. That is what our understanding is, like a Vedas minus Krishna, nothing actually. So Veda has to, purpose of Veda is to sarvair, ahameva vedya. Krishna only says that in Bhagavad Gita. The purpose of Vedas is Veda. He has to know Krishna. Vedanta Krit, Vedavit, Eva Chaham. So if that studying Vedas can facilitate that, then that is good. If studying Vedas, you become atheist or some kind of impersonal person, then it's not that good actually. So that's my understanding, Prabhu. Nothing else? Microphone to Prabhu, Mahatma Prabhu. Actually, the Brahma. That means you have to read. Kind of a lamentation. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for a wonderful class. That's why Guru Maharaj gave you the name Karuna Nidhi. Stories of Karuna, mercy. I have one question and one comment. First comment is, as you were mentioning about Damodar Leela, Sadvat Munis. So, Mother Yashoda tried to bind Krishna and tried to get ropes from all over Vrindavan. And she couldn't tie Krishna in spite of all the efforts. She was completely tired and bewildered how to tie Damodar. It was so difficult. But then one of the gopis went to Barsana and found Radharani. And Radharani gave a thread, and that thread could bind Krishna's abdomen. So only Radharani can bind Krishna. Why? Because of intense love and devotion and service. So this is the comment that I heard from one of the YouTube. This is from Lal Govinda. Lal Govinda's YouTube. Yeah. No, you mentioned about the Leela. That's why I was telling about that comment. That reminded me. Now, my question was, just to cut it short, what is Nirti? I don't know. Nirti, that in the first line. Aham Mahendra Nirti Pracheta. So, yeah. I never find any comment. Yeah. Thank you.
Reference thing, and Prabhupada would have referred about Niriti in some place, but only thing is, this is many names are mentioned: Yamaraj, Indra, Niriti, Varuna. So Niriti is also another personality, because the 33 million demigods are there. So maybe Niriti also maybe one of the no, I wanted to know, but I didn't get a chance to read about Niriti. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Anything else? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Grantaraj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Sir, mention Prabhu? Anything about Niriti?